Hey y'all, welcome back to Mirror Expressions. Today we will be reviewing Married to Medicine. Let's see, we are on episode 4 in Axe to Grind. But before we get started, please drop a mirror in the comment if you have looked at a mirror today and you feel A1 with what you see looking back at you. And if not, as always, I implore you to take whatever avenues you have to get back to what? A healthier you. All right, y'all. Let's get it started. And axe to grind. So we're back at the axe throwing hangout, right? Eugene is still going out because he felt like Karen had called him a motherfucker, right? And just to be clear now, Kieran did apologize, but because he was just like, hey, it's still funny, Eugene didn't feel like the apology was sincere. He wasn't feeling it. So, I mean, had I been Kieran, I would have apologized and just left it alone. Even if the thought behind it was that I still felt it was a funny thing, like, no, I just would have left it alone. Apologize, because if I saw that something I did hurt one of my friends, even though there was no ill intent behind it, just one of just a ha ha he he, I would have apologized, because obviously no one ever intends to hurt a friend, right? So I would have just left it at that. And so but let me know what y'all think. Like, should Kieran have apologized and just left it alone? Or was he fine with the apology he gave and still letting it be known, but he thought it was funny? I want to hear from y'all. So anyways, Kieran, he done struck that nerve. That's really what it was. He done struck that nerve. So anything he says right now, like, Eugene is just not here for it. That's why Eugene was so quick to jump up in there, man, talking about some, call me another MFer again. Because truth be told, Kieran didn't. All he said was like, I guess I'll be the dullest MFer here. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't even call him there, but he struck that nerve. And the thing about it is, for Eugene to be so heated, I feel like there is definite hurt and shame behind Eugene and Toya constantly moving, and that's why this joke took him to that place with Kieran. Because yeah, they're saying that, but a hit dog hollers. So yeah, I think there's definitely some hurt, some frustrations, and so all that he's kind of given to Kieran, I think it's just misdirected. So anyway, back to the table. So the whole time Kieran and Eugene are going at it or talking about it, all I see is Scott just sitting there with this smirk on his face, like he's looking like he ready to get his hee all right then and there. It was so funny. I was just like, oh my goodness. Here go Contessa. Y'all should have got some bills. Y'all was so messy. She said that in the confessional as they were playing it back. But anyway, and then we get Dr. Damon, a daddy, talking about who can say they don't have a plank in their eye. Oh, he was trying to spit some knowledge to the guys. He really was, but pretty much everybody was looking at him all blank face, like, they did a lot of that Bible reference just went over a lot of their heads. And it was just so painfully obvious. So he tried to break it down for them, but I still think it was just, yeah, because they just immediately went on to the next thing, talking about something. Let's finally get to throwing these axes. So they did, and Damon and Curtis were, they had it going on when it came to throwing them axes, and they were about the only one. They were doing the darn thing. So then we see Heavenly She's bringing Jackie some lunch, right? And honey, why everything that Heavenly was taking out that bag, Jackie was like, I don't eat that. Jackie, what the hell do you eat? What do you eat? Like, oh goodness. I couldn't do it. I just cannot. I need some variety. I need some different textures, some different flavors. Like, I can't eat. I can't eat like a little rabbit. I can't do it. So anyway, so they selling it in to get their lunch on, right? And next thing you know, in walks Simone. She got her bag and stuff too. And and so Simone and Heavenly both kind of looking at each other like all confused, you know what I'm saying? And Dr. Jackie just sitting back like, yep, just the mastermind of it all. I think she said now, this is how you have an ambush. So, you know, Heavenly tries to hug Simone, and Simone was looking, you know, uncomfortable, but she did hug her back or whatever. And so they get to talking about having a girls trip, right? And have the Golden Girls, the trio, the three of them, right, do all the planning. So Simone wants to know how they gonna plan the trip, and Heavenly is not getting along with anybody. So basically, Heavenly says, well, she's been on this apology tour. So she goes down. Well, I apologize to you. I've apologized to Quad. I've apologized to this person. Then she says, and then as far as Contessa, I sent her a text. So they go ahead and say, well, we're going to plan this trip. And so they're going to Vegas. Over on the other side, we see Anila and the kids. And they show up to Dr. Kieran's business to have dinner with him. So they bring in some pizza. And then Anila comes in with this big old jug of bourbon. Now, Anila, like, I know we all cannot be the sharpest crayon in the box. But in what world did you think that was okay? Like, for this doctor to be drinking like that on the job, in the office. You know what I'm saying? Come on, girl. So she come in, right? And she just lamenting about taking care of these darn kids. And you know what? I'm so sick of hearing Anila talk about this every episode. Like, clearly it's obvious that this is her storyline, that Miss Gomez leaving, and her having to balance taking care of the kids, balance her blogging or her vlogging, and it's her storyline. But it's tired as hell. It really is. And I'm sick of hearing her complain like women do this all the time. And the sad part is, like, Anila has so much that she could do. Like, she has the financial means, she has the flexibility in her schedule. So she really shouldn't have any complaints. Then that woman got 2 kids. Like, and not to say that 2 kids cannot be a handful, but how I know folks out here get 4, 5, 6 and doing it with, you know, handling things very well. And sometimes without a 2-parent household. You know. So I'm just really getting sick of her. But anyways, long story short, Anila wants her parents to move in, right, to help. And baby, Kira said basically that he would need to be drunk all damn day. All damn day, every day, if that happens, because y'all know Anila mom can be a handful. Like, we get this flashback of when they were building their house, and the mom just in there giving her 2 cents and complaining about this, that, and the other, like it was her house. Like, this room ain't big enough, and this light, but I'm like, Kieran, I feel your pain. Like, Yeah, that's all I can say about that. All right. Contessa, she's meeting with her trainer because y'all know she's about to train for this event where she's gonna be I guess it's like, I don't want to say like a pageant, like a beauty pageant, but it's like a muscular event. I don't know, like a weight lifting. I don't know. But anyway, she's training. She's gonna be judged on her fitness. That's what I'll say. I don't know exactly what you call these type of events, but so she's been working with this trainer. And so apparently he's giving her this meal plan, right? So he comes in, they're sitting down, and she's like, I just want to know, this meal plan you provided, is it a do as I say or just a suggestion? And he's like, do as I say. And baby, Contessa's face, that baby feelings looked like it was so hurt. Like, she looked like she had lost her best friend. Like she was back there the night that they had that ambush with Heavenly, and she went ballistic. Contessa said, don't play with her. She got a real relationship with her sweet. She like her candies, her cakes, her sugar. She said, don't play with her. And so, in comes Layla. And Layla giving a man the side eye, right? Because he like, every time he comes around, she comes in and he touching her mom, you know. So she giving a man a side eye, and they're like, why you mad at him? Because you threw my Halloween candy away. And basically, they were cleaning out the cabinet so that Contessa wouldn't be tempted. But girl, I'm like, you don't throw the baby Halloween candy away. Get that baby her candy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it was just kind of strange. Like at the end, like she kind of, I don't think she spit on him, but she kind of like she was finna bite him or something. I was like, yeah, now you doing a little too much now. But anyway. So Audra comes to visit Heavenly. Now, we met her and her husband back when Anila was having her housewarming, right? And I kind of figured that they were introducing them to bring them onto the show some way. And so here we go. We're seeing them now. And also her husband was at the axe throwing thing with the other guy. So he just didn't have much to say. But anyway, he was there with them as well. So Audra's visiting Heavenly, and they talk about Heavenly is packing. She's packing for Vegas. Oh, we also get Audra's first confessional. Her first confessional look too. So I'm like, yeah, they sliding her on in here. So anyway, you know the conversation had to shift to the intervention. Right. And Heavenly just really expresses her hurt and also expresses how she knows that she hurt her friend Contessa and that, that just was not her plan. And so she's hoping that while in Vegas that she would get a chance to apologize to Contessa, like in person versus, because we know she sent the text, right? So in person, she said she'll do it privately or publicly, like whatever Contessa was in need of. So I kind of feel like Heavenly, it is kind of getting the severity of what she did and how it is affecting some of her relationships. But then at the same time, I don't think it was enough to just stop her because we saw like how she was still kind of running off at the mouth the previous episode, and that too had been after the intervention. You know what I'm saying? So where she was telling Anila about this person that Quad had supposedly slept with, right? So anyway, so we get this montage of all the ladies getting ready, right? And Simona's telling Cecil, I got a butt pad. I got a butt pad so my booty can look like all the booties in Atlanta. Simone, please do not be walking around with no fake booty on while you down to the Vegas. Girl, stop. So Contessa got Layla trying on her clothes, baby. She done put this little sequins bra on the little girl with this little cut off jacket. I'm like, it's a little cute get up. And so I said, okay. And she got her little real live mannequin right there. So anyway, in her confession, she reads out. Oh, this is where we get the text that Heavenly sent. Like, we knew Heavenly said that she had sent one to Contessa. So Contessa actually reads the text, and basically Heavenly apologized, and it sounded sincere and all good, but Dr. Contessa was like, she don't trust it. She like, I am not here for it. I don't trust it. This is what she always do. And so they all meet up at the airport. And right now, right first it's the Golden Girls, Heavenly, Jackie, and Simone, right? And so they're there, and then we get Jackie telling them that there are only 7 rooms, so 2 of them are gonna have to room together, right? Which I don't understand, because that would make sense if there were 8 of them going, but there were 9 of them, because you got the 7 cast members, right? And then you had Audra, and then you had Carrie. So that's 9 of them. So if 2 of them ended up sharing, they would still need 8 rooms versus 7. So I don't know. I think anyway, it's not an important detail, but it's just one that stood out for me, right? So anyway, so Jackie's telling them 7. 2 of them are going to have to share. So Jackie just go ahead and take it upon herself, like, well, Heavenly says you menopausal and your temperature gonna be all over the place. I'm just gonna share with Simone, right? And Heavenly was like, you trying to put me on blast, but I really think the truth is that Jackie knows that Simone is fragile, and so that's why she said that she'll just go on room with Simone. And you know what? I gotta say, facts. I call facts on that, because we all know how Simone can get jealous of Heavenly and Jackie's friendship. So just to keep all that confusion down, I think Jackie was like, I'm just gonna go on rock with Simone, because if I go with Heavenly, Simone gonna be mad. If I put them 2 together, they gonna be fighting. And Heavenly, if I room with Simone, Heavenly just ain't gonna give a damn. So I think she did. I think she just used the fact that Heavenly is menopausal as an excuse, right? So yeah, facts on facts on facts. Anyway, the other ladies arrive, and they're on the Sprinter van, right? Talking about where is the alcohol, and Jackie brings out nothing but water. She preparing them folks. And let me say this, because this is when I realized that Carrie was there, when the other ladies was when they arrived. And I'm just like, why is she just always popping up? She was at the Halloween party. She was at Anila's housewarming. Like, she's just always randomly popping up. But then she don't never have nothing to say. Like, it's like she's just there. Like, she really don't ever get no camera time. She don't ever say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just a damn ghost. Like, as she should be, like, catch it. Ghost. But I don't get it. Y'all know I'm not a fan of hers, but yeah, it's like, kind of, what's the point? Because even Audra, as a newbie, a friend of the group, I'm supposing, and she was getting more time. She got a confessional. You know, she had a couple of confessionals. You know what I'm saying? And Carrie just, I don't know. She ain't blending in. She ain't blended in. Does hear no evil, see no ear. We don't see her. We don't hear her. But we know she's there. Like, what's the point? Right? But anyway, so They talking about how Jackie ain't got them nothing to drink. So when they arrive to the hotel, you know the first thing they do, they stop at their bar and they get them a drink and they toasting, right? And Contessa come back for a whole other drink, baby. Contessa said, nah, I'm gonna need this. So they go up to the presidential suite. That's where Simone and Jackie are gonna be sharing a room. And they have like a nice spread waiting on the ladies. And so when I get to the presidential suite, Heavenly realizes that, oh damn, Simone and Jackie, even though they're sharing a space, they have separate rooms. Like the suite is on point, like it's a whole mini apartment. And so Heavenly like, no, man, I'm gonna stay with Jackie, you know. So they was joking about that, and she going back and forth to from Jackie's room to Simone's room, saying that she's gonna end up staying there and they could just go elsewhere, right? So anyway, the ladies are eating and drinking, right? So somebody mentions, I think it was Anila, let's play Never Have I Ever. So basically, that means that somebody says that they've never done something, right? And if you haven't as well, you don't drink. But if you have partaken in that particular thing, then you definitely have to drink, right? And here go Contessa. Some people ain't transparent and honest. So she trying to throw shade at Heavenly, right? In her confessional, Jackie is like, I have never been able to get my friends together without fight. Never have I ever been able to get my friends together without fight. Okay. Toya wants to make a big deal. So they get ready to play the game, right? Everybody got their drink. Oh, here comes Toya. She want to make a big deal about Jackie not drinking any alcohol. And I'm just like, Toya, pipe down. Even when they were downstairs at the bar and they made a toast before going up to the presidential suite, you didn't see Jackie drink. She had a glass in her hand. I can't say what was in it because it wasn't no shot glass like everybody else has. So it looked like maybe it had been some wine or something. But even then, she ain't drink. She ain't drink nothing out that glass. And here go Audra. So she started taking up for Jackie, basically saying that that's her choice. She's choosing not to drink. And here go Toya. You're not a good attorney. Toya. Sometimes it's best to keep their mouth shut. Toya, first of all, she's not the type of an attorney, right? Duh. Second of all, it is her choice. Like I'm rocking with Audra on that. That's her choice. If she don't want to drink, she does not have to. Like, I'm not a big drinker. And I have friends that would drown my ass if we start drinking, you know. But I'm just not there. Like, that's not who I am. Like, so I may not have a drink when I'm out, like just in a social setting, you know. I'm also not the type of person that just drinks at home. You know what I'm saying? So if you do catch me, if anything, it will be in a social setting. But most times, even then, I'm just like, I'm good. Let me stay hydrated off my water. So anyway, they start the game. First off, wait a minute. So first up is never have I ever spanked my children. All right. Simone and Contessa, they drink, right? Next, never have I ever had a threesome. Contessa drinks again, although she says that she's never had a threesome yet. I was just like, oh, okay, now they're screaming like you have. Yes, I have. She's never had a threesome, and I've never worn a wig. That's what Kawhi said in her confession. Oh my gosh. All right. Never have I ever had 69. Everybody, I mean every single last one of them took a drink but Jackie. And Jack was like, hey, y'all seeing my house? That height difference is just making things a little bit too difficult for all that. And here go Heavenly in her confessional. Now, I ain't 69. It's like 67, 67 and a half. Oh, this was probably the funniest part of the episode. All right. Then, never have I ever had bad credit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was waiting for Toya to say something or for all eyes to go on her when that was brought up, but it did happen. It did not happen. But here go Contessa. Like, Contessa sure do like to talk. Have y'all noticed that? She likes to talk and she's gonna say some things. So she's talking about how in school she had a car and she didn't realize she had to pay the note monthly. And so the car got repossessed. Like, y'all know what? Have y'all ever known that person that has been so smart that they just, like, they have all the book sense in the world, but no common sense? Like, oh, child. I was just like, Contessa, no, you over there with Toy. You like, sometimes it's better just to zip it, honey. Zip it. Anyway, oh, child. Then we get, never have I ever cheated on a boyfriend. And then a few of them drink to that. And Quad, when she drunk, made sure to say, let it know, a boyfriend, not a husband, a boyfriend. So the conversation shifts to dick pics, right? It has something to do with, I think Contessa said something about never have I ever sent the vagina pic. And she's like, who sends vagina pics? And then Dr. Jackie was like, oh, she gets them all the time. And she hates when they send pics of their husband's penis. And then so that's how the conversation just shifted to dick pics. And y'all, I'm going to just tell y'all, I can't stand them things. Like, to me, if a dude sends me a dick pic, like, that's an immediate turn off. Immediate, because that just shows your immaturity to me. Like, I just can't see a mature, confident man just wanting to take pictures of his pic and send it all around the world. Like, that's no. It's a turn off. So Quad goes on to let us know that she gets them all the time in her DMs. And then Contessa, like, she does too. Like, women and men hit on her. And you know what? I can see that. I don't think Contessa lying on that one. I can see that happening. Anyway, we end this episode of Positive Eyes. Like, basically, that was it. Everything's cool right now. But we do get a preview of next week. And we see that things are going to start to get a little heated up on the trip or whatever. So anyway, this episode, it was pretty good. You know, not much happened. Like, I was waiting. I was thinking something, you know, juicy was going to pop off or something just a little bit more exciting to see. But it didn't happen this episode. But I don't know. It was still good. Anyways, y'all, we will be back at it next week. So until then, I pray for you. You pray for me. And we're going to what? Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.